massive day for the unemployed. Ludwig's dishwasher needs a replacement. She got canceled by her moron audience for saying some basically not even controversial things. Check it out.
It's not comfortable.
This is my perfect example. It's like, okay, I collab with Lacy. Lacy makes some homophobic jokes sometimes that I am not comfortable with the homophobic jokes Lacy has made. Lacy knows that he can't make those jokes around me.
I'm like 98% sure that Lacy is gay.
Does not mean that I am homophobic. Believe it or not, everybody.
Yeah, they chose to not believe that.
Yeah. You are not who you associate with. Like, shut the f up. You're like, you don't build bridges by burning them.
And boy, oh boy, did that trigger some people. Also, apologies, I'm sick. My voice is a bit raspy. No. Cutie, when your boyfriend Ludwig has a gay card and was at TwitchCon making fun of queer people, and when your new besties from FaZe that you are obsessed with are homophobic and transphobic on the daily, what do you expect us to think about when you are actively associating with them? Wow.
I'm not gonna, I will never believe that if I'm kind to a hateful person, that means I agree with them. I will never believe that. No matter what you guys say, I won't believe it. Because at the end of the day, if I'm around a racist person, I'm just not racist. I'm not. Me, I am not. They are, yes.
Her chronically online loser audience that can't even bench 135 did not like this, and yeah, she made the grave mistake of fueling the fire.
That there's someone uploading my VOD onto Twitter? Is that what you said? If you could send my mod the username, I will happily send them a cease and desist. Or you can give them a heads up for me. I'm happy to spend $500 to prove a point. When I have a VOD unlisted and I choose not to upload it to make money for myself, you're not allowed to take advantage of the content that I am creating that you are doing nothing for.
So her audience was like, holy moly, she's turning into Ethan Klein, and they were really scared. Dinkelberg. He spent $500 to prove a point. I hate rich people so much, bro. Get a life, goddamn. It's easy to hate the rich, but do you have the courage to hate the poor? How are you gonna tell someone to get a life when you don't even have $500 in a first world country? But the saddest thing for Cutie is her friends turned on her.
As you could see in the clips, you know who I am, you know what I stand for. If you're someone who's been watching me, then you already know. If you're a first-time chatter and you're just joining off of clips that you've seen on TikTok and you don't know me or shit about shit, then of course I'm gonna assume that you're just gonna make the assumptions that you're going to make.
Cutie said something where Cutie was right. Vanilla agreed with it, and then because of the lashback and hate she got from her community, she caved in, went live, and now is throwing Cutie under the bus. I don't care. I'm gonna say how it is. That's literally what's happening. That is literally exactly what is happening.
You're literally just anything your community says, you realize you're like, what? You have a filter, it seems like what are you doing?
That you're going to make.
She literally was so nice to us. I'm so confused. And now she's saying she's agreeing with people and that she's uncomfortable with what Cutie's saying. How are people gonna call us homophobic and transphobic? We've never even, what have we done that's anywhere near that?
So you might be wondering why alleged streamer FaZe, Lacy, and Ronaldo here are getting flack back from this QTCinderella stuff, and it's because, yeah, you guessed it, she also made an apology.
I've heard what a lot of people are saying, and I am sorry for the hurt that I've caused people. I'm really sorry. Again, if you don't want this apology, then it's not for you. And clearly you're not hurt, but I'm apologizing to people that I've hurt, and that's important to me. So if you're a part of the queer community and I've hurt you, I am sorry. If you are a person of color who I have hurt, I am sorry.
I hate this person of color term. Like, if you identify with that, you're like actually a clown. Like, any black viewers here, any Asians, do you guys like being called a person of color? Like, it's demeaning.
I am. I really am. I think the way I was wording things was very irresponsible and wrong. And I'm sorry.
You are a slave to your audience. You have zero soul. Not even the Soul Society would take you in. She kept crashing out and blocking these weirdos on Twitter, and they kept pushing, and she got real upset.
I don't support that my father is transphobic at times. I don't support that.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't support it. Period. The end. But but I still love my dad and I'll go to coffee with him tomorrow. But I don't support that.
She's getting canceled for being normal.
This doesn't even remotely shock me because I guarantee you most of our audience don't have a strong relationship with their fathers.
You can't fight hate with hate. It doesn't get you anywhere. It literally does not get you anywhere. Like, it's so important to, like, as someone who's very open-minded, to be around closed-minded people and show them that it's okay to be open-minded is actually one of the most important things you can do. Like, as a human. I get it. You guys can think what you think. I'm not going to change, though. I'm not going to...
Yeah.
I will never believe that if I'm kind to a hateful person, that means I agree with them.
She cooked so hard, Frogan got hungry, and people are bad.
I don't articulate myself well, which means I can't really be upset if what I'm trying to convey is misunderstood. Because, like, don't get me wrong. At first, I was like, how could that be taken this way? And then I listened and I learned and I said, oh my God.
We have to provide food and shelter for the homeless and oppose racial discrimination and promote civil rights while also promoting equal rights for women.
Instead of apologizing, she should cut off her dad and never speak to him again and instead appease her leftist audience. Anyway, this lady was yapping so hard, the debunker had to come in.
Leave them out of it.
Ray's apologizing. Cutie's apologizing.
It's my fault.
Vanilla Ice or whatever is apologizing.
I should have read the room.
Everybody is apologizing. There's
if I could go back in time,
to what I see, no victims,
I'm just sorry.
nobody talking about anything. Everybody's just talking to bots.
A few other things I've seen you guys.
Everybody's talking to Clanker
talk
Town
about it.
Yeah, I feel like some of the people on Twitter are just so stupid they can't not be bots. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the debunker is onto something here. This might be a coerced effort with like Russia and China involved.
If you don't think there's a few people in here that are saying I don't need to apologize. If you don't think I need to apologize, then this apology isn't for you.
Wait, an apology? No. For what?
So
Chat, this inherently makes some of the FaZe guys look like racist or homophobic. Like, if there's nothing to apologize for and you make an apology, it means that there's wrongdoing. And you're kind of shoveling that back onto them.
This is not about
I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah, she essentially threw the FaZe guys under the bus. Like, what did they do? They caught a random stray out of nowhere. Luckily for Cutie, Hasan's girlfriend came to her defense.
I did tell her, I was like, Cutie, I do think your tone doesn't help because you inherently sound really angry all the time. You sound really, and she knows. I was like, you're very blunt. I think it's your tone, you're blunt, and it just comes off poorly, especially, you know, and I was like, you're also the whitest woman I know. And it also is just, you know, you being so white, it doesn't help. It doesn't help. But I know her. I know her heart.
Imagine she said that about Kai Cenat. She'd be like, oh, you're so black. It doesn't help. You know, you're just so black. Have we learned nothing from Attack on Titan? We shouldn't be blaming people for past actions. And the crazy thing is, Pokimane over here doubled down. There's nothing wrong with having conversations with friends and helping them understand where their privilege comes from in regards to situations they may not have personally experienced that others suffer from. And lots of privilege obviously comes from being white. Never thought I'd be accused for being racist against white people when the clip is clearly out of context. Is this white privilege in the room with us right now? And if so, give me it. I want to exploit it. Like, I wouldn't even be shocked if she consulted Hasan for this statement because she said it's out of context but never actually explained what was out of context or what the context was. You know, it's always out of context, but they'll never go into detail or explain or elaborate any further. Who cares about dog abuse? There's literally a genocide going on. You're too white, it's a problem. Yeah, she's definitely dating Hasan Piker. She's talking just like him. LMAO. Has one humanizing moment on stream, immediately canceled on TikTok and Twitter. Friends distance themselves despite agreeing in the moment. Forced to cry and beg for forgiveness. This is the culture now and it's crazy, LMAO. QTCinderella defends being kind to racists and staying friends with them. You know, shockingly to absolutely no one, I'm friends with some racists and they're not even white. They're like Filipino or like Chinese and they're the funniest people ever. They said the craziest reels. Imagine saying this about any other ethnicity, LMAO. And yeah, honestly, Valkyrae is cooked. You can't oppress the oppressor. And she deleted her post because people rightfully called her out and this isn't a 2020 anymore. Now, stop being racist to white people. Like, come on, I just learned how to season my chicken. I got onion powder. No. Also, Hasan viewers can't tell me anything. I'm half Ukrainian. I'm a victim. My grandma got carpet bombed.
I'll be real, bro. It happens every time. I've noticed it. The Pogger side always calls out the W and L side for shit, but our shit is always just like the most basic internet shit. Like, oh, we're racist, oh, we're homophobic, but there's no proof, because we're not. But then when they do weird shit, like shit or other things I'm not gonna say on stream, or just whatever it might be, it's always like under the rug and everyone just ignores it and then pushes it onto us. I don't know, it happens every time, I'm not kidding.
It's crazy the Miskiff got swept under the rug in a day because Cutie worded something wrong, or Cutie, because of something Cutie that said that it's not even that crazy to say. It's not even that crazy to say.
The Jordan Peterson prophecy. You will be held to a higher and higher and soon impossible to maintain ethical standards by the very mob you currently wish to please. Then you will make a mistake and they will devour you with glee. They're literally shackled into a community full of absolute losers and morons. Just found out QTCinderella blocked me. A queer person. If the first thing we need to know about you is your sexuality, it says a lot about you as a human. And that's coming from a black man, so you better listen and learn.
There's people live their whole life on the internet because they're losers. They live their whole life on...
Of course, the internet is a bubble, and not every leftist is a loser who's parasocial and weird. A lot of people genuinely care about social change and making a difference in the world, but like, Christ, these Twitch people are weird. The Poggers community is genuinely full of weirdos.
He retweeted a tweet about an R slur. The f*** is an R slur? Is this guy retarded?
Anyway, something shocking did happen. Hasan defended Cutie.
Imperfect, even if they have like a difference in opinion, even if they engage in reactionary takes, even if they say harmful sometimes. Everyone's on their own educational journey. Like, these are fundamental principles that I hold on to.
Sure, buddy.
Definitely not principles he holds on to, but I gotta give him at least credit for standing up for his co-host.
Whitest woman I know? You being so white. It doesn't help.
Anyway, if you're also tired of listening to women cry, and subscribe to my channel.